Hey there. Do you have some tasks or small jobs or activities that you don't like doing at all? And the thought of them makes you feel like, oh, no, that's the last thing I want to do. Well, don't worry. That's pretty normal. I feel the same way too. But I have found something that is helping me, and I'm going to share that with you today.
English without fear, where you can learn to speak English naturally through listening to stories.
Last weekend, on Sunday, I had written down, go outside and weed one of my flower beds. I am lazy when it comes to weeding, to picking out the bad plants that shouldn't be there. And in the summer, in this climate, there are a lot of weeds that grow every week. I didn't feel like doing it, but I knew I had to. So what I did was I set a timer on my phone for 15 minutes and grabbed my gardening gloves and a plastic bag and went outside and pulled up weeds for 15 minutes. When the timer went off, I was amazed at how much I had done. The flower bed looked pretty good. I thought to myself, oh, there is power in doing a task for a limited amount of time. Something is better than nothing. Here's another example. I teach an ESL class live in person at a church, and for that class I have to do a lot of preparation. My other class is a conversation class, and I just choose the topic for my students to prepare online. I didn't feel like thinking of something creative and finding materials to gather for this in-person class. So I said, okay, Maria, start working on it and set the timer and work on it just for 15 minutes. And that's what I did. But after 15 minutes, I decided to keep going. I felt good. And in another half hour, 30 more minutes, the task was complete. My plans for the week were done. Again, the power of just committing to a short period of time. I think the principle is this. I think it works like this. The longer you put off doing something, the longer you delay, the longer you procrastinate. That's a long English word which means to put off, to not get started. The longer I procrastinate, the larger the task seems to grow. But when I get started, it shrinks, and there is a release of energy. I get a good feeling, a positive feeling of satisfaction. Good job, Maria, and energy. And I think, oh, that wasn't so bad. But just the thought of doing something sometimes seems heavy. I have found this principle to work in lots of areas. And whether you are learning English and you don't feel like it today, commit to 15 minutes watching an English video or listening to a podcast, or reading something simple. Just do it for 15 minutes and see how you feel. Or maybe it's exercise. Commit to exercising. Go for a walk for 15 minutes several times a week. You can do that. Or, well, today, this fits me today. This afternoon, it's Monday. I need to clean. I don't feel like cleaning. And it's going to take more than 15 minutes, but I have learned that if I get started, after 15 minutes, it's okay. The energy is there, and I think, Maria, why did you dread that? Why did you think it was going to be so awful? It never is. My mother used to say when I was a girl, Maria, the thinking about something is far worse than the doing. And she was right. So give it a try. And if you already are used to doing this, tell me your experience, how it has worked for you. Well, that's it for this episode. I'm Maria from English Without Fear. Talk to you next time.
Thanks for watching. For questions or comments, here is my email